Your brain isn't just processing information. It's being targeted, its circuits subtly rewired by master manipulators every single day, and you might not even realize it. This isn't about computer code, it's about criminal psychology, the dark art of exploiting human vulnerabilities to seize control of your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately, your decisions. You are a system, and they know your exploits. Imagine a predator, not stalking prey in the wild, but meticulously studying your emotional landscape. They map your fears, your deepest insecurities, your desperate need for validation. Then, with surgical precision, they trigger those emotions. A seemingly innocent comment about your past failures, disguised as concern, plants a seed of doubt. A well-timed act of kindness creates a debt of obligation you didn't ask for. Suddenly, your guard is down, your critical thinking clouded by a surge of anxiety or gratitude. This isn't empathy, it's an access point. But how does a single comment or a subtle look disable your logical defenses so profoundly? The answer lies in disorienting your internal compass, making you question the very reality you perceive. This is the realm of gaslighting, a manipulation tactic so insidious it makes you doubt your own sanity. They'll deny events you vividly remember, twist your words, or dismiss your feelings as overreactions. You confront them about a clear transgression. They look you dead in the eye and calmly state, "That never happened. You're imagining things. Or perhaps, you're being too sensitive, it was just a joke." What happens? Your mind, desperate for coherence, starts to internalize their version. Your memories become unreliable. Your judgment is undermined. This constant invalidation chips away at your ability to trust yourself, leaving you vulnerable and isolated in your own mind. They don't just change your mind, they change how you think you know your mind. Once your internal compass is broken, they move to the ultimate prize, your identity. They don't just change your mind, they change how you perceive who you are. This isn't accidental, it's a deliberate campaign to mold you into someone more compliant, more easily controlled. They begin by identifying your core values, your passions, your strengths. Then they systematically devalue them. You pride yourself on independence? They subtly suggest it's a flaw, a sign of being unloving or selfish. You value honesty? They might praise your flexibility when you compromise your principles for them. Slowly, painstakingly, your sense of self erodes, replaced by a reflection they've crafted for their own benefit. You start living not as yourself, but as an extension of their desires. When your identity becomes a weapon against you, how do you even begin to fight back, especially when you no longer recognize the original you? Fighting back becomes almost impossible because they simultaneously cut off your external lifelines. The manipulator isolates you, strategically severing connections with friends, family, anyone who might offer an alternative perspective or validate your true self. They paint these people as toxic, jealous, or misunderstanding. Your best friend expresses concern about their behavior. The manipulator spins a story. They're just trying to drive a wedge between us because they're jealous of what we have. Suddenly, your trusted confidant becomes a threat. This creates a vacuum, making the manipulator the sole authority, the only safe source of truth and validation. They become your entire world, a meticulously constructed reality designed to keep you trapped. Once they control your social landscape, the final pieces of the hack fall into place. So, how do you break free from this sophisticated psychological prison? The first, most crucial step is awareness. Understand that this isn't personal failure, it's a calculated attack on your mind. Recognize the tactics, the emotional triggers, the gaslighting, the erosion of your identity, the isolation. Secondly, establish impenetrable boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. Reconnect with your trusted network, even if it feels difficult at first. Seek external validation, not from the manipulator, but from people who genuinely care about your well-being. Trust your gut feelings. That internal alarm bell often rings long before your conscious mind catches up. Finally, actively work to rebuild your self-trust. Journal your experiences, document conversations, and hold on to your own perception of reality. It's about reclaiming your mental sovereignty, one conscious choice at a time. Your brain is a battleground, constantly under threat from those who seek to exploit its intricacies. But understanding these dark psychological hacks transforms you from a vulnerable target into a vigilant defender. It empowers you to see the invisible chains, to hear the subtle whispers of manipulation, and to consciously choose freedom. The fight for your mind is real, but with this knowledge, you are no longer a passive participant. You are the architect of your own reality, equipped to detect and dismantle these psychological attacks. Today and every day.